Well, let's now present to you the DBS Evening News.
Fair and balanced, unbiased and clear, concise and accurate. This is the DBS Evening News. Here now is your presenter with the headlines.
In the headlines, Minister for Tourism Dennis Charles Pemberton says upon completion the benefits of the international airport will be felt island-wide. In the news from the region, Spirit Airlines says the flights to Haiti capital hit by gunfire. And internationally, Russia denies Donald Trump call with Putin urging restraint in Ukraine. The details of these stories and more coming up next.
Christmas in this year.
Can I have this?
We have an extra $400 from Flow. You can have everything you
More
want.
gifts with Flow. With Christmas in, win weekly prices up to $10,000 in cash. Sign up for a postpaid bundle or a broadband plan.
We Christmas in with free groceries from Flow. Plus, a chance to win weekly prizes and up to $10,000 cash. Head over to your nearest Flow store or visit discoverflow.co. Flow, we
More
Christmasing.
gifts with Flow.
DBS News.
And welcome back. Minister for Tourism Dennis Charles Pemberton says upon completion, the benefits of the international airport will be felt island-wide. Over the weekend, the government of Dominica held the groundbreaking ceremony for the construction of the international airport. Mrs. Pemberton says the international airport marks a new era in Dominica's development transformation.
Once completed, the international airport will generate hundreds of direct jobs and even more indirect ones, creating employment opportunities across various sectors. Farmers, fishers, small business owners, and more will benefit. Enhanced tourism projections indicate a surge in visitor arrivals, bolstered by the addition of premier international branded accommodations. This influx not only promises elevated demand across sectors, but signifies Dominica's ascent as a top-tier tourism destination. Our internationally branded hotels, both those currently operating and those under construction, will need more staff, supplies, and services to accommodate the growing number of guests. The ripple effects will be felt throughout the entire country. This translates to more Dominicans, particularly young people, working, learning new skills, and providing for their families. Increased government revenue will enable us to invest further in education, healthcare, infrastructure, and yes, better wages. So citizens, this is about a new era.
Agricultural sector. This and our farmers and agricultural produce new techniques.
Roosevelt Skerritt as its leader and general secretary. Treasurer is Lady Catherine Daniel, and Clams and Trade Union Coordinators and Trade Union Coordinator Amor Thomas.
The program has been and remains a cornerstone of Dominica's the benefits which you have been receiving for the citizenship by investment program. I was speaking to a European member, ambassador, and he said to me, Prime Minister, I have been following what's happening in these islands. And while these people say the actions are not to stop or destroy the programs in the OECS countries, that is exactly what they're doing. And you know and I know the impact this will have on every one of us in Dominica, including their families, trying to destroy the backbone of our non-tax revenues and denying us opportunity to have decent homes, denying opportunities to have decent health care, denying opportunities for children to be at universities, denying our opportunities to have international airports to bring more and better jobs for us here in Dominica. These are the things that are happening. So let us rise up, liberates. Let us not be quiet and silent. And while these people are attacking us, we have to fight back and we have to stand firm, ladies and gentlemen.
Prime Minister Roosevelt Skerritt. Meantime, St. Lucia's Prime Minister Philip J. Peer, a guest speaker at the Delegates Convention, said that leaders of the Windward Islands have to deal with a common enemy.
This enemy, the same forces that are fighting Deacon are the same forces that are fighting Philip J. Peer in St. Lucia. Brothers and sisters, we have a common enemy. So sometimes, They are in St. Lucia and they want to attack me. So they write nasty news stories about Skerrit. And when they are in Grenada and they want to attack Deacon, this. If our enemies see our unity and they hate our unity, then this is the very reason why we must stand stronger together.
A number of new imaging modalities and services are now available at the radiology department.
We as a government, we continue from one modality to have another modality. Where in the past, it was difficult for a reason. We may not be able to do perform this particular intervention. But before it was intervention. We don't even know or understand the diagnosis. Someone would have to travel to know what was wrong with the diagnosis. Someone would have to travel to know what was wrong with them, then handle everything.
And that was Minister for Health Kasani Laville. Meantime,
it's really like a doctor working in total darkness. There are a lot of things that the department brings to light for us as practicing clinicians. So your radiology is a very important arm of providing quality health care. Where we are, and I also know
Paula Serafin says Dominica has come a long way in terms of skills.
And we all know what that means for Dominica and as well as the region. And so we just recently awarded the National Vocational Qualification. So I believe that the government of Dominica has done extremely well in ensuring that young persons who have worked hard at learning relevant skills, technical vocational education and training alongside the education stream. I see it's sort of like a marriage between the two. We would like to promote and see that Dominica would have a skilled and certified workforce. We would like to establish, and we are offering certification for those CVQ qualification. Now we are beginning to see the importance of TVET within our society. Skills are so important. I would like to say to the Dominican pub, but TVET skills about life and livelihood.
Flow, we Christmasing.
With Flow.
DBS News.
And welcome back. A Spirit Airlines flight to Haiti's capital was forced to divert to the Dominican Republic when gunfire struck the jet. The American carrier stated that a crew member struck the jet. The American carrier stated that a crew member suffered minor injuries, adding that the flight was diverted to have warned the Russian president against escalating the war in Ukraine. The call which how he intends to do so. And this brings us to the end of this evening's news. Up next is sports.
Covering the nation.
And Rudolph Thomas can meet all your wire needs. Galvanize shop for hard to find items.
Go to Joseph Fado for the latest info.
As matches continued in
defeated the Dominica State and Iraq 0.
Well, of course, the big highlights right there, the Goodwill secondary
half century, but he came up just in 47. Lenico Boucher, Avem Hodge 37, Dylan Douglas on 29, and Alec Athanaze 27. Kyle made second T20 to England on Sunday. The Windies are trailing 2-0 in the 5-match series.
Factor, this first 6 overs when batting offer something for the bowlers, and I think if it was reversed, England would be in the same position. We're sure heavy, independent, the tosses in the games in Barbados. But having said that, we have to do better as a batting group. We can't keep finding ourselves 3 down after the power play. Just be fearless. Just to play the brand of cricket that has got us here. You know, we have been playing some good T20 cricket for the past 18 months, so why change now? You know, St. Lucia provides an opportunity for batters that I think are still in good nick to put some scores on the board, but it's important for the top five to bat majority of the overs. And it's a case of our lower order have to do the bulk of the batting. You know, when you in a team and your lower order doing the bulk of the batting, you will always find yourself in trouble.
And that was West Indies captain Rovman Powell. And the coach of the national swimming team, Jason Robin, has described Dominica's showing at the 2024 OACS Swimming Championships in St. Vincent as encouraging. Dominica took part in the competition for the first time in 20 years and were represented by swimmers Irene Jean-Jacques, Javon Robin, and Riquan Roye. Although Dominica did not medal at the event, a number of the swimmers recorded personal best times. Robin says the performances were very good given the challenges facing the swimming teams in Dominica.
Because we did not participate in swimming for over 20 years, and we did not have a program, we did not have any system for swimming. We just had some groups doing swimming, for example, at the Aqua Club in Marigot, formed by the Marigot Community Tourism. We did not really expect the children to compete against the other swimmers that swimming in the morning, like 5 o'clock, and in the afternoon at 6 o'clock. We expected them to improve the times. So each one of the students improved the time by 4 seconds. That is a massive improvement in 3 months. We only had a little less than 3 months to basically prepare because each one of the students had learned to swim. Students, they have not been competitive swimmers ever in their life. As the association, what we wanted from them is to, 1, record the time, 2, improve the times we had prior, and they actually accomplished that. They actually did better than I expected. I was expecting a 1 second, 2 seconds improvement, but to get a 4 seconds improvement in the 50 meter is a massive accomplishment. I actually feel it as a win, because that's what we set out to do, to better some of the times we had during practice, and that's what happened.
And that was coach of the national swimming team, Jason Robin. Meantime, Secretary of the Dominica Swimming Association, Shamini Walsh Dupuy, says the association is proud of the achievements at the Games and is hoping the results can help bring more awareness to the sport.
It was a good experience for swimmers to see where they are compared to the other islands, the swimmers at in the other islands, and for us as coaches to see how much more work that we need to put in to get our swimmers to a level where they can really compete at a more competent level at OACS and hopefully Carifta, and hopefully we can have at least one of our local swimmers in the future heading off to the Olympics. So that's what we're looking at right now, and we will still say, we're one of the few islands without a proper swimming facility, without a pool. We're one of the few islands who still train in the sea. And as a former OECS national swimmer, 25 plus years ago, I trained in the sea. And so it's a little bit harder for me to see, our swimmers now in 2024 still at the level where we don't have a proper swimming facility, and that is something that we really need for us to produce more elite athletes, more elite swimmers, and really be, at a stage where we can say we're really competing, we're in competition with the other islands. But we're thankful for this experience, as I said before, and we're hoping that this is just the start for bigger things in the future for swimming, for Dominica swimming.
And that was the Secretary of the Dominica Swimming Association, Shamini Walsh Dupuy. And Dominica had a good showing at the Special Olympics Beach Bosch Games in Trinidad on the weekend. Dominica recorded 2 gold medals at the event. Special Olympics Director Ainsworth Irish says Dominica performed exceptionally well at the Games, and Michael Detouche and Denzel Serafin picked up gold medals.
Dominican Denzel Serafin defeated Kadem Seton from Trinidad and Tobago 13-0. Owl Detouche, on the other hand, today he defeated Sean Winchester from Trinidad And also Dominica went
6 in their 20 overs, batting first. Hardik Pandya got 39 not out. South Africa got 128 for 7 in 19 overs, with Stubbs hitting from their 3-match ODI series 2-1. Pakistan took the third ODI on Sunday. The Aussies were bowled out for 140. Shaheen Shah Afridi, Nasim and Shah picked up 3 wickets each. Pakistan hit 104. Picked up 3 wickets each. Pakistan hit 143 for 2 with Saheem Ahub getting 42 to win by 2 goals. Ahub getting 42 to win by 2 goals to take a 2-1 lead into the half. We United managed to get 3 unanswered goals in the half. We United managed to get 3 unanswered goals in the second half to walk away with
to pull it back. So it was not a chance tonight, so how much of a motive on the backs, and so they have to be kind of
4 points, 3 points. Cemented his position as the who finished second, and Geelong.
There's a big cut on your foot. Looks like you were in an accident or something. Fast enough to get the President's Award. The President's Award.
I wouldn't really say that no tough part of the really proud in my performance.
And that was a 5-kilometer male road race winner and
Portland and tile cement, steel rods, galvanized and fence.
Mon Prosper, his sister Rose Saint-Jean. Announced the death of Gerald James, better known as Teacher James, Felix Clark, Steve and Princess Moranci. Clara Serendo and Mr. 30 p.m. of the late Patrick Avril James, better known as Ambre of Grand Bay, who resided at Loubier, will be given in a subsequent announcement. The management and staff of DBS Radio extends deepest condolences to the family of the late Hippolyte Carbon, Gerald James, Marvelyn Eleanor Benoit Pascal, Alfred Prince, and Patrick Avril James.
And now, your Community Bulletin Board.
Let's now present to you the general announcements on this evening's edition of the DBS Radio Community Bulletin Board. Domlec wishes to inform its customers in Pichelin, Maranatha Square and Centre Grand Bay that their electricity supply will be interrupted on Thursday, the 14th of November, between the hours of 9 a.m. and 12 noon. This interruption is necessary to allow Domlec to undertake vegetation management activities between Grand Bay and Pichelin. Additional information is available on their website at www.domlec.dm under Scheduled Outages. Domlec appreciates your understanding in this matter and regrets any inconvenience caused. DBS Radio's sales office will close at 1:30 p.m. on Tuesday, the 12th of November, to allow staff to attend a staff meeting. Management apologizes for any inconvenience the early closure will cause. Applications are invited from suitable qualified individuals to fill the position of General Manager at the Marigot Cooperative Credit Union.